it's one of those things that people have to understand. You have two revenue streams. Both revenue streams are on fire. One you had to guide down, shade down a bit because of something called the IoT, which is the Internet of Things, but also automotive. Could you please walk through the mosaic so people understand that one little bit is not what you control the narrative of the story?
Well, again, Jim, thanks for having me on this morning to talk about our company. We could not be more thrilled about the results that we talked about yesterday. Record revenue for the quarter, and we finished our year also with record revenue. We guided next quarter to yet another quarter of record revenue, and we're guiding for the year yet record revenue again, about 20% growth last year. We'll do north of that this year, and going forward, we think even in 26 and 27, we'll do even better than that. So, I think when you look at things quarter to quarter, sequentially, you'll see things that at times will track the industry. But broadly, our revenue is up and going up, and we're completely thrilled about the results.
All right, let's talk 26, 27, because that's something that's going to elude many people today and to their own chagrin, I think, later on. You are going to be the partner. We actually heard it yesterday again with Jensen Huang from NVIDIA. You're going to be the partner in all these data centers. You're the CPU to go with this GPU. I also think that you're going to dominate cell phones, and I think it's also possible that you may dominate PCs. So is there an area you won't be dominating by 26, 27?
I got to be careful using the word dominate. I think we're in an incredibly strong position going forward, Jim. If you just look at the fundamentals in terms of what's driving the growth in our industry, it's really all about compute capacity, AI adding that need. And because ARM is the largest installed base in the planet, across the tiniest of edge sensors to the most complex device, like you mentioned, Grace Blackwell, ARM is everywhere. And going forward to do more and more AI, you have to run it on ARM. There's really no other alternative going forward. And then when you layer on top of that, the thing that we're really good at, which is power efficiency, that is so critical when you think about the growth of these AI data centers, which require increasingly amount of power to deliver these magic type of outcomes that we're all hoping and expecting.
Now, also want people to understand, David and I were talking about a gross margin, talking about what kind of model you have. It's important for people to understand licensing and then royalty. Licensing, you make a lot of money. But I just wanted people to understand that this is not like another kind of semiconductor company, maybe Qualcomm. But people must know the difference between the two streams in order to be able to feel most comfortable with the common stock. So if you could explain that, I think it'd go a long way for people.
Thank you. It is a company that a lot of people have a hard time understanding, and it's probably because there's candidly no one like us. We are a platform company, and the way to think about that is every digital device requires some compute, some brain to run that piece of electronics. That is ARM, and ARM is everywhere. Our business model is quite simple. We take a licensing fee for people who want to do new designs, and then we collect a royalty when those products ship. The way to think about licensing, it's a proxy for R&D. So if our licensing dollars go up, there's more investment in ARM. And in licensing, we've seen record revenues for the last number of quarters, which is a proxy for people are investing more and more. Then when you think about royalties, that gets paid to us when any unit ships, when Grace Blackwell ships, when Tesla ships, when Ford ships, when Apple ships, when Google ships, they pay to us. So we have a high recurring revenue stream around royalties, which is highly predictable because we have great visibility because of our market share. And because of licensing being a proxy for R&D, and people are investing more and more in new designs across all those areas, that's why we're growing at the rate that we are. And I should say, very confident in that growth and fantastic visibility in terms of the long term.
Let's dig into that visibility, Rene, because that licensing revenue increased 60% in the quarter, which is eye-popping there. And as you describe, it's a proxy for R&D and confidence in investment. How would you characterize that confidence moving forward, especially as, we've seen so much enthusiasm in the last year or so? Do you think that continues and even accelerates from here?
I do, and it's really because if you think about everything going on with AI, the innovation that's taking place is so rapid, so advanced. We're seeing things like ChatGPT-4, things around Llama, innovation that we just have never seen before at this rate. The hardware can't keep up with the software. The software is adapting much faster than the hardware can keep up. So what's happening is chip designers are having to invest more and more to advance the chip to take advantage of these AI algorithms. So that's why we're seeing more and more need for compute, more advanced compute, more sophisticated compute, which drives our licensing growth.